5S is a way to a system that helps to eliminate waste. It is all about everything having a place and everything in its place. It comes from the five Japanese words that start with S. We have translated those into 5 words in the English language that start with S that are pretty closely related. The idea, though, is that everything has a place and everything is in its place. The first S is sort. What we do there is remove any unnecessary items that are not needed in that immediate area. That doesn't mean throw it out. It means that if it's not used there, bring it to where it is used. If it is not used, then yes, get rid of it. Straighten or set in order. This is where you are identifying those locations for all of the items. The next one, clean and inspect. There is no use in having tools and equipment that are dirty and not in working order. So this is the opportunity to shine. The fourth S, standardize. Standardize where it makes sense. One workstation may have a completely different function than another workstation. So that means that they do not have to look the same. The other definition of standardize is to measure. Measuring helps to keep score. This also helps in the hardest of the S's, which is the sustain phase. Having a process, having an audit process, having daily, weekly, monthly work schedules helps to make that a habit. There are 2 other S's that you may hear of. The 6th S is safety, and the 7th S is security, both physical and intellectual property security. Some other lean techniques are Kaizen, which means small incremental improvements, Poka-yoke, which means mistake proofing. Kanban is an inventory management tool that we'll get into, and just in time, JIT, having the equipment, the people, the materials necessary when they're needed, and then Jidoka, automation with a human touch. Again, we'll get into all of these more in depth. Tack time. I mentioned earlier that lean is focused on the customer, so tack time helps to define customer demand. Heijunka is a scheduling methodology for mixed model. And then value stream mapping, I mentioned earlier, is a structured way to map the current process, build a future state, the future state value stream map, and identify and eliminate waste. So, in this session for Lean Enterprise, we talked about the definition of lean, the history of lean, how lean and Six Sigma coexist within an organization, and then the 7 elements of waste, with the purpose of lean being the elimination of those 7 elements of waste, or categories of waste. In the define phase, we talked about the basics of Six Sigma, the fundamentals, ways of selecting Lean Six Sigma projects, and the Lean Enterprise. So that is the completion of the first phase of DMAIC, the define phase. We'll now go into the measure phase.